last year, there were 2 states in the entire country whose credit rating went up. North Dakota with 650,000 people, and Texas with 25 million. I think that's a real fine reflection on everybody in this room and all around the state of Texas. And we've done it by trying to focus on areas where we could enable you all to grow your businesses, grow the economy, and create more jobs. I'll give you 1 or 2 examples. When I came in as Lieutenant Governor in January 2003, we had a crisis with medical malpractice. January 2003. In 2000, we had a net exodus of doctors from Texas. In 2001, we had a net exodus of doctors from Texas. In 2002, we had a net exodus of doctors from Texas. But by sitting down, writing a good bill, eliminating frivolous lawsuits, reducing medical malpractice rates for doctors and for hospitals some 50 to 60%, guess what happened? Since the time the bill was effective in September 2003 through today, 17,276 new doctors have been licensed to practice in the state of Texas. That's good for Texans. Another example that I think is just so important. When do businesses, as one of the very few traditional business people elected statewide, we have 29 statewide elected officials, and as you know, I've been in business for a long time in the past. But when do businesses invest? When do investors invest and create jobs? When they've got an idea what the financial and economic landscape looks like. Isn't that right, David? Predictability. When they know what the tax rate is going to be. Anybody have any idea what the rates are going to be coming out of Washington? No. I mean, higher. I made the mistake of the other day with a group, and I said, I'll bet anybody dinner at Eddie V's if you can tell me where taxes are going, what the financial rates are going to go out of Congress in Washington. Somebody raised their hand and they said up, and I said, all right, you won. How are you doing? All right. But what we've tried to do really in Texas, we've really focused over the last 7, 8, 10 years on predictability, on creating a level playing field. Sure, we all want clean air. Sure, there has to be a regulatory presence, but we try to make it as gentle as possible, yet effective, and make sure that we're encouraging all of you all to go out and create jobs, make investments, and grow our economy. And that's why over the last 7, 8 years, 10 years, we've had more growth in new jobs. In the last 5 years, net, even with a recession, we've created 1 million, you all have created 1,037,000 new jobs in Texas. But take a look at what's happening in other states. California, great place to visit. California right now is facing a $21 billion deficit on the heels of a $24 billion deficit last year. I don't know how they get out of this. Texas is leading the way. And what's happening is people are hearing about it. We have the fastest growing, according to the IRS, we've got the fastest growing population in the entire country. 1,300 people are coming in from Texas a day. And virtually all that number is from IRS numbers, and that's from north of the border. There may be others coming in from the southern part of the border, but at least 1,300 a day. I'm in McAllen 3 Mondays ago. And I'm sitting down with a group of business people like this, and I said, well, tell me what your economy's like. The same thing is true a week later in Laredo, same story. And they said, it's good. We're adding jobs. And I said, well, tell me. He said, we've increased our job base by 10%, from 280,000 jobs to 310,000 jobs. And I said, that's great. So your unemployment's going down. They said, no, Governor, it's going up. And I said, how is that possible? They said, because everybody with a relative in the valley that's living in California, Michigan, New York, is moving back in. They said, walk over the window, take a look at the license plates in the driveway. And sure enough, we've got something here that's really great. Sure, we've got some unemployment. I'm not happy with 8.2% unemployment. I want to lower that number. And the way I can help you all and businessmen and women around that state, and the same thing is true for Joe and Jeff and Larry and Tim, is to do everything we can to foster an environment where it's predictable, where we're literally knocking down speed bumps to you all growing the economy.